What is going on, players? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays, on FM22. In today's episode, we are going to be taking on Malada, Bolesev, and Slavia Prague, the only team that you know that we've been beaten by so far this year, Slavia Prague. So we're looking for a little bit of revenge. We are having a very, very good time since we were here last. So let the good times roll. If you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would love if we could hit 15 likes in this video. I believe in you. Now, so since you were here last in the draw against Sparta Prague, I remember saying in that episode that we were going to absolutely demolish Bohemians. It ended up being a 1-0 win. We did have Drazic sent off fairly early on for a bit of a silly tackle. But, you know, this is one of those things. Just, you know, we get players sent off occasionally. And then we went on a bit of a decent victory run against Victor Pulsen. We ended their unbeaten run. Seems to be what my teams do. We did it to Shandong last season when we were managing JX Biedamen. Also, by the way, Biedamen did get relegated. So, rest in spaghetti, never forgetty. But Memberberry scored, Sipik scored, Chowdhury got a brace, and Serrano scored goals for us, which was fantastic. It was quite tight, even though we were fairly comfortable. I think it was 4-1 at one point. I was still shitting myself. I was still worried. And then we went, and I underestimated Jablonek. I did think we were going to smash them. We did not. We ended up losing. It was quite a frustrating game. Then against Banak Ostrava, 4-0, comfortable, never looked in doubt. Just it was a case of how many goals were we going to score rather than if we were going to win, because our team just looked much better. Then against Sigma in the fourth round of the cup, we again quite comfortably beat them. Did play a fairly strong side. Drazic got sent off in that game again. This time there was like a weird like foul that wasn't called, and he just kind of went around and just started tackling everybody. So kind of saw that one coming. But in that situation, there was literally nothing I could do. Then against Biedamen, who were bottom of the league at the time, Panak scored a brace and Sipek scored himself a beautiful little brace. So happy days. Our centre back scoring 2 goals, which was fantastic. Against Bruno, again, comfortable. Didn't have to worry too much about it. And then against Sigma again, but this time in the league, 3-0. Chori, Panak with a penalty, and Memberberry getting the goals. So these two games end the first portion of the season. I was going to say half, but we're a little over half. Then we have January off with a transfer window before we come back. So next episode will probably be against Pulsen. Hopefully. We have no transfers lined up at the moment, but we do have one player leaving. Kostadinov, I think. We also have a major injury concern. Holek is out for 3 weeks, which is not ideal. Kostadinov is leaving to go to Zelina. Chaldek, obviously, having signed a new contract, picked up an injury. Hip injury. Yeah, hip injury. He will be back for the transfer window, because of course. So obviously, like why wouldn't that be a thing? Like one of the players I don't want sold is probably going to end up being fit for the window, and then Sparta Prague will come back in with interest, and he'll be gone, and we'll be without our best young striker. So because of Holek's injury, we only have one goalkeeper. Thankfully, we have a goalkeeper that's able to play. Krasdic starts in goal, Muller and Yarolim as our wingbacks, Panak and Salimi in central defence, with Tischler and Isik in central midfield, Sipek, Serrano and Memberberry behind Chori, who is leading the scoring charts for the season in the league yet again. But I think the reason he topped the scoring charts last time was more because we were so good in the final portion of the season that we gave him everything he needed. Also, fun fact, I think this is Krasic I think this is his first league game. Don't see why he would have played him in the league before now. Not really our first choice. To be fair, he's probably fourth choice, but the second and third choice are playing for two of my players. Nobody around them. One of them's handled the ball. Panak. I think he's scared when he's on camera. Oh, and of course, his first goal of the season. I'd say something if it was back in, the transfer window just opens. Fair enough. Pops in. Oh, Muller's after picking up a knock as well. Oh, this has not gone well. This has not gone well. Oh, Such. Okay. I think Holek probably would have stopped that one. I'm not so sure about the penalty, but we are not playing well. We are absolutely under the cosh. Remember where he gets a clear. Sipek finds Churi. Oh, hits the defender. Oh, this is definitely a red card. He was in on goal. No? You got to break the lads. That was a terrible first 20 minutes. This is not going well. Muller's going to have to come off at halftime, which is not ideal. Churi is playing absolutely horrendously. Serrano is not playing well. What has happened? Hail. It doesn't look like hail. It looks like rain. We haven't had any highlights. Come on. Muller finds Panak. Back to Muller. Tischler. Actually don't know what's wrong with Muller. Sipek whips in the cross. Member Barry. Churi's offside. Churi. No? He looked so offside. Sipek got it across. Oh, it was because this dude. I didn't see him the first time. Alright, stop getting stuck in. We're going to get a player sent off. We already have 3 yellow cards. Sipek with the ball finds Tischler. Serrano. Chori sends Sipek through and Stanek just puts his hands out, pushes the ball away. We have Serrano with the corner. Not sure who he was aiming at there, but Tischler. Suchek. What I think teams are noticing what we're struggling against. This 4-1-4-1 was what Jablonek played against us, and we just could not break it down. Chori! Ooh, if we'd scored just there, just before halftime, that would have made a world of difference. I think Sparta Prague are winning in their match, which is not ideal for us. I'm going to thrash my arms and say we're supposed to be favourites. Okay, what's wrong with Muller? Lower leg injury. Could be nothing. We'll bring on Makula just to make sure. You can go here. Just you do that. You be a shadow striker. I'm going to make you a target forward on attack, because with the shadow striker, having Chowdhury, who's actually playing a 7.6 now, having him there to nod it down to someone if a big ball comes towards him would be nice. So, why is Sipek standing off the pitch? Oh, Sipek's picked up a knock as well. Oh, what's going on? The world is against us. Karadzic. Why didn't you just let Makula take the ball? Tischler. Who was that to, Tischler? Oh, he's won the ball back. He knew what he was doing. He saw the 1-2 was on. We've been exceptional. And now we're just really, really poor. Thankfully, Karadzic was there to stop that one. Sipek is going to have to come off. Will he build back up, or is he's stuck. He's stuck at dead. So, yeah. Drazik can come on. You can be an inverted winger. We're going to make Member Berry an inverted winger on the right. Hopefully this will do something. Actually, make him an inside forward on the left. This is not how we saw this game going. Going to demand more. Stanek. They're playing a very Route 1 style, but it's working for them. There's like Chori with the mispass. Yarolim, do not get sent off Yarolim. Could have taken the sending off Yarolim. Oh, what is going on? I know it's probably offside, but still. Yeah. You'd swear they were like the best team in the league. That's actually us at the moment. Panak finds Serrano. He's gotten far more involved since I moved him out of the number 10 position. Member Berry! Yarolim with the cross. Member Berry puts it in the back of the net. It is 2-2. And Yarolim doing fantastically well. Finds another player on a booking. And they put it in the back of the net. Right, chuck a bit of encouragement at them now just to see if they can push on just ever so slightly. No. Smirda. I knew playing against Boleslav was going to be was going to be a hard game. I didn't think it was going to be this close. I still assumed, oh, Krasnich, what are you doing? Right. Okay then. Isaac hasn't been fantastic. We're going to bring on Hegel. I don't think Hegel's ever scored. Not for the first team. No. Well, today is his opportunity. Serrano. Everyone's going forward. Comeback season. You're just going to click all the buttons. All the buttons. Everything. Distribute quickly. Actually, distribute to target man. Much higher. Pretty much got all that on. Anyway. Fantastic. Okay. Wow. Tischler finds Serrano. Back to Salimi. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Krasnich. Oh, God. His distribution is not good enough, Krasnich. It's not worked. Okay. Very attacking. Maybe I went super balls to the wall a little bit too early. I stand by it. We just need score 2 now. We haven't looked like scoring. It's been a while since. Stanek. It was that Salimi managed to get the ball down. Chori. Go on, Chori. Scare him. Oh, boogity. Damn it. Salimi lets it bounce. Knew where the player was. Panak goes for a bit of a jog. It's just Panak trying to win it back. Panak to get it back. Nope. Yarolim gets there. Serrano. Drazek. Hill. Churi. Oh, Tischler. Oh. We're actually going to lose. This is what I get for. I went, oh, Makula. Played a 5.9. Useless. That's what I get for taking a nap. Oh, why would I outstretch my arms? Oh, that was fantastic, my friends. I'm quite angry with how you played. I was like, we had a player sent off, didn't we? No. At least that way I could have explained away the fact we lost the fucking game. Alright, we'll be back in just a second for the game against Slavia Prague. Should be an interesting one because we've decided now form is not good. Right, fellas, so we are about to take on Slavia Prague, who are actually 4th in the league currently, which is not something I was expecting to be saying. They were the dominant team last year. We've dropped to 2nd in the league because Sparta won their game 4-0. And Viktor Pulzin have just beaten Slavako 3-0 and had a man sent off. Interesting. I did toy with the idea of making a couple of changes, tactically, of course, but I've decided against it. I think that the team is good enough, so we're just going to push on. Of course, Chaldek is back from his injury. He's going to sit in the bench. 45 minutes is what he's capable of. Probably won't play him for that long. But Holek still obviously injured. Going to be back in 12 days. Makula and Drazik are both suspended after the last game, so we are without the 2 of them. So the only changes for this match is that Kostadinov starts in place of Serrano. Serrano wasn't great in that last game. I know Isaac wasn't great either, but I trust Isaac. Isaac has been exceptional. Serrano has been hit or miss. I'm going to thrash my arms and say we owe them after what happened last time. The majority of this team actually played against Slavia Prague last time, apart from Krasdic, because this is only his 2nd appearance. The fact is Severovic, and they have Thorgan Hazard, who signed from Hertha in the summer. You know, it just gives them a little bit of an easier time. Thorgan Hazard has been exceptional so far. He pops up, he scores quite well. It feels like he scores a lot of goals. Maybe he doesn't, but it feels like he does. And that is the most important thing. If a player feels like they're doing well, that's all you're going to remember. You can look at the stats and be like, well, they weren't doing great, but, you know, if they seem like they're doing well, then they probably are doing something right. We have actually changed Krasdic to be just a standard goalkeeper after his exploits in the last game. Don't really want him rushing out. He's not very good, and his positioning isn't great. His decisions aren't great either. So I feel like having him playing as, you know, a guy who has to make decisions and be positioned well, it's probably better just to leave him do his own thing. And by his own thing, I mean staying exactly where he should be. That was questionable. We got away with that one, just a smidge. But this is Kostadinov's final game, so I decided, regardless of what happened, he was going playing. Playing some of the game at least, because I do want to. He's been loyal, shall we say? And he's not really played an awful lot this year. So, Thorgan Hazard, as I said, puts the ball in the back end, but I think that was offside. Checking the goal review, disallowed. Of course, it was offside. I would like to not see. Look, 5 goals. I feels like he scored 45, but they played 19, so I feel like he scored 19. Every time I check the Slavia Prague goal scorers, he seems to be the one that's after scoring. I'm hoping that Memberberry can do something, because this is his old club, so it'd be nice if he could get in there, pop the ball in the back of the net. Maybe? No? Okay. This oh, Yarelin, beautiful tackle, perfectly timed. Not if they give a penalty for this. Oh, if they give a penalty for this. Checking penalty review. No penalty. Told you. Beautiful tackle, perfect. Not a single problem with the tackle. Yarelin is having a somewhat poor game so far. I'm going to point my finger and say we've been the better team. We have not been the better team. I think anyone with eyes could probably tell we've not been the better team. I can't really tell Shorty I'm not happy with his finishing. He's not really had a huge amount of opportunity because we've just been struggling to get the ball to him. I think in Conatar on for Yarolim, just because Yarolim's not been great. It's probably not a terrible idea. Tischler is booked, but we're going to leave him for now. I have a plan. I had a game plan going into the game, and I'm hoping we'll be in a position where we can still do said game plan. If we don't, I'm not going to tell you. I just won't say anything. Just be like, it's not going to tell you what my plan was if it doesn't work, or if I don't get to do it. Conatar finds Isik, Memberberry, back to Conatar. Memberberry, Sipek. Oh, goalkeeper does well. Panak said it was going into the referee's book, but he didn't. That was a strange. It was on. I don't care if Muller is one booking away. If he's already booked. If he gets booked again, he's getting sent off. So he's one booking away from not being able to play any more football today. Sipek not having a great game. So we'll take Chaldek on for him. We'll have him as an inside forward. That's not a terrible idea. Yeah. Go. Alright. Bit more encouragement. We're getting the final 10 minutes. I'm going to make the change that I said I was going to do. Memberberry looks like he's given everything. But Memberberry. Oh, I remember. I'm going to put Memberberry on the right. Bring Serrano on for Kostadinov so he can get his round of applause. The congratulations. Thanks for everything you did. Well done. Football, whatnot. Advanced playmaker. Have you as an inside forward on that side. And then Memberberry is an inverted winger on the right. And we go. Swapped to the 4-2-4. Memberberry's having a good game. Tischler. Oh, we do have Serrano. So if... Oh, that's offside. That's offside. Plavsic. Offside. Offside. It's offside. Damn it! That was not because of my tactical exchange. Oh, corner. Conatar. Back post. Surely. Oh, I can't get past Collar. Okay. This is fine. Just pop you here. You can go here. You can do this, and you can do this. You can do this, and this. Do that. Super direct. Shoot on sight. Take long kicks. Much iron. Get stuck in. And maybe we just force him inside. Go. We have 4 minutes for this to take... Well, 4-ish minutes for this to take effect. Kolar. Salimi's picked up. Salimi's off to play for Iran again in some internationals. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Tischler finds Isik. Serrano's offside. Oh, Serrano's offside. Yeah. Oh, we were in such good form that I turned on. Like I played a game and then I went and took a nap and I never closed FM and now we've lost 2 games in a row. Thing about it is nobody played really poorly. Yarelim had a bad game, but that was about it really. Kostadinov didn't have a great game. But I can't really go to Kostadinov because he's leaving in like 4 days. So that result drops us to second for the first time since the second game of the league season. Not ideal. Oh yeah, we're also playing Listen in the quarterfinal. So 2 of our players could potentially knock us out of the Mall Cup, which I would not like. But the next episode is going to be against Victor Pulsen in February, unless the transfer window hasn't closed. Actually, I haven't checked to see when the window opens and closes. But we'll come back at some point in February, depending on when that result or when the transfer window closes. Oh yeah, we also got the youth intake preview, the actual youth intake preview. We look like we've got pretty decent players coming through. So goalkeepers, centre backs, and centre midfielders, which is fantastic. Our strikers don't look like they can play football at all. But if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. And of course, I will see you in the next one.